Hello everyone, Drako here, ready for another day of Sonic Frontiers, and before we start, I'm gonna have to say something. Uh, I was recording this earlier, well, basically I was recording and it sort of had a bit of an error, and now I lost one of the footage. But on that, since I didn't save beforehand, I had to basically go back from, not square one, but probably before the whole fight with the Wyvern. So yeah, I had to actually fight the Wyvern again and basically go through some of the things. But I don't know if I got all of the ones to lead up to this point of when I was in the video. So yeah, if you find that, like, I'm sorry for that, but it was something that was sort of out of my control, honestly. Like, how was I supposed to know something like that was supposed to happen? Well, was gonna happen, you know? So yeah, back at square one. Well, not square one, but close. Oop. Alright. Oop. But, either way. Okay. So, why do I even need to, like, why do I even need the blue shards? Anyway, like, I have a theory that, like, I've heard from a friend that I'm not just gonna play as Sonic, so that could be the reason. But also, like, I'm not really sure, honestly. Right? And, oh. Hmm? So, let's see, over here, so, oh, right. Wait. What the hell? Hey, there's something up here. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Right. Oh, right, I remember this. Let's see how to basically do this. Because that's not just dirt, it's a pile of ash. So, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, there was something that I was talking about in the previous video before it got, what's the word? Arid? Vetoed? Whatever. Basically, I was essentially talking about the potential of the Chaos Emeralds. Like, a bit of an idea I had brewing in my head. Like, not to say I am, like, I can actually say what Sonic is supposed to do, what's the story gonna be. No, I can't do that since, well, since I'm not part of the franchise. Oh.
Geothermal power. Never thought he'd go green.
Huh. That is weird. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, right, I was thinking that as a potentiality, I was thinking that it could be possible that maybe the Chaos Emeralds might go rogue at one point. Not like they gain a personality all their own and just go buck wild. It's more akin to, do you know, like, D&D? Ever heard of that game? Basically, there's a class or a type of, occupation, like, essentially, how do you exactly fight or do things? There's one called the Sorcerer. Basically, the Sorcerer is one who can basically use magic. But their magic is far more innate. In other words, it's more embedded into them. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a subclass that's the Wild Magic Sorcerer. Their whole thing is basically due to the fact that the magic is not under their own control. In other words, if they want to tell their magic to do something, they're gonna have to fight for it. and thus weird things will happen. Some minor things like oh, that was unexpected. Wait, I'm back here again? Really? Does that mean? Oh boy. Wait, I've been up here, so that's not a problem. Right, it's everywhere else, I got it. Anyway. Alright. As I was saying, basically I was thinking that maybe the Chaos Emeralds could go rogue, as in, they become far more uncontrollable. Like, Sonic's trying to actually gain power over them, or tries to control them, and, well, he's not able to do it. Not easily, mind you. And the reasoning why is pretty simple. Those things are going berserk, and maybe even be their own, like, kind of boss. Like, when I mean boss, I mean, like, you know, boss fights and all that. Oop, right. Since I already got that, I might as well just do this. Anyway. So it would be an interesting idea, honestly. And the reason why, like, I'm actually talking about this is, well, one, like, just trying to be a little more talkative, since I'm the sort of person that, well, if I got nothing to say, I got nothing to say. So, like, it's not like I'm trying to be quiet or being rude. It's more like, I literally got nothing to say. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, wait. Yeah, I remember this. That was a close one. But, like I said, if I got nothing to say, I basically just sometimes come off as mute, or, well, at least quiet. Because I got nothing to talk about. So I usually need a topic to go off on. Avoid the lava. Alright. Whoa. Alright, like I understand, like, Sonic is supposed to be a character who's, like, literally as basically like a gimmick or as a theme. He's usually a person who just gets flung about because he is an individual who doesn't have control over their own, like, they basically have no control over chaos, but embraces it in a way. In other words, whatever the whims of fate tells them to do, it's gonna happen. Unlike everyone else who tries to go against that or try to gain control, they try to actually get a hold of the chaotic world as we know it, and yeah. But right. Oh wait, over here. Yeah, I remember this. This guy hit. Oh right, I gotta be above there. Right. Like, either way, as I was saying, like, I just find it, like, I would find it pretty interesting if that was a type of topic to go off on, you know? Like at some point, the chaos in Sonic's world just gets too chaotic to the point that even he can't do anything. It just goes from crazy to buck wild. So just imagine how Sonic would literally have to go again, like would have to do to try to fix it or maybe try to stop it. And I'm honestly unsure if he could. not to say he is born from chaos, but he is an individual let's be able to use what can be essentially known as chaotic energy. So you do the math. Oh, and oh. All right. Another thing that could be like I guess like I realize there's a lot of what's the word? Sonic clones? Yeah, I like whoa, okay, what am I even saying? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh boy. What the hell? I just went somewhere I did not mean to go. I really didn't. Okay. Because, good lord, I was trying to go one way and now I was forced a completely new one. There we go. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, I think it was something around over here. Yeah, I remember. There was this hard level. Yeah. It was not a level per se, but more like a part. Basically, it's right up here because there's all these spinning blocks and like spikes and whatnot. At first, I was like a bit struggling because you know some parts would disappear pretty fast, but I remembered, oh right, spin dash, that's a thing. Like everything else, I could just jump over, no problem. See? Oop. All right. Oop. Whoa. Let's see. Whew. Yeah, this is the part I was talking about. I need to not only be fast enough, I also need good timing. And I did not hit the button. God damn it. Okay, let's try that again. Run the top. Alright. Alright. Honestly, actually, speaking of D&D, like, I wonder what Sonic would be. Like, I have a feeling it could either be Rogue or Monk. Like, I don't think it's Barbarian because he's not really mad. Of course, we could homebrew it to basically be like, not homebrew per se, but flavor it. That's what I was gonna say before I got smacked. At least I didn't lose any rings. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right. Ow. Okay, that was my own fault. Like, what I mean by flavor is basically like, oh, I'm just gonna like change, like, it's saying like, oh, you can do this, like this, but I'm just gonna do this because I think it would be cooler or funnier or something like that, or fits my character better. So why I think Monk or Rogue is because, well, Sonic is a pretty fast character. That is something we all know, or a lot of people know of. So that is a key factor. Another thing that we need to put into it is basically the idea of, well, Sonic is gonna be, as I said, not just fast, but pretty capable as a close-range fighter. Ow. Fuck. Oh yeah, this is terrifying, honestly. So, yeah, Sonic needs to be able to punch. So, though we could maybe do that, but I think the better one would be, I would have to say Monk. Because, well, like I said, monks are capable of actually literally getting a speed boost, and not only that, are close-range fighters. As well as literally being able to permanently punch things. Like, Sonic just uses his fist, that's about it. Alright. Time to get a speed boost. 79, sweet. Alright. Oh, right. Luckily remember that. Like, honestly, Sonic's been everywhere, honestly. Like, you can't not lie about that. He's been all over the place. Like, he's practically been everywhere. Like, he's, like, looks like being in multiple storybooks and a lot of other things. Alright, and fire! Alright. Let's see. Oop. Oh yeah, this. Pretty simple, just go! Actually, now I'm curious. How fast can it go if I actually spin dashed? I guess now that doesn't matter anymore. Because now that's basically been busted. Great. Oh. Whoop. Yeah. Damn birds. Like, what sort of bird basically fires goddamn lasers? Alright, you want... I'm dealing with this thing, I don't care. I'm sort of worried if I press the jump button, I'm just gonna jump off. Yeah. Yeah. That happened. At least now I know. Doesn't seem like there's any other ones here. So, you know what? I don't care. Right? Oh. Let's see, over here, let's see what we got. Oh, alright. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Alright. Ah. Damn it. There we go. Got it. Alright. If the Cocos are basically what can be essentially programs or memories, doesn't that mean that when they perish, it's basically just them completing it? I guess the best way to call them an alternate way is, well, just they're basically like a ghost. What? That's pretty much what they are, honestly. Just digital forms of a ghost. Or I guess another way to call it is that they've been archived. You may say, like, what do you mean archived? Like, recorded. Like, the info's been stored, gathered, it's been recalled. It's actually... It's like someone remembered everything. Or knew what was going on. Not like in the grand scheme of things, but more like they just know what everyone was doing at the time. And just record it. Well, they had some way to record each other's memories. Speaking of which, yeah, it's a bit of a surprise to find out that those kinds of ancient beings are literally what can be described as the ancient descendants of chaos. With a living, watery blob-like monster, which is surprising but makes sense. They are literally using the chaos emeralds to power things up. Chaos himself is probably like a mutant form of it. One that's been mutated not just by the result of chaos emeralds, but born by unnatural means. Really unnatural means. Like, so unnatural that it's just wrong. Alright. Oh. Thanks. Alright. Down over here. Yeah, the reason why I'm breaking these is because, yeah, the seeds of defense and whatnot. It's defense and power. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I'm just trying to gather them. Oh, yeah, I've been up there. Remember that. Okay. Yeah, I've been that way. Oop. Whoa. Wait, am I supposed to do this or something? I guess so. Oop. Like, not gonna, like, I just realized something. How can, like, Sonic's very much known to actually, like, love chili dogs. Like, we all know that. So how can, oh, right. I was actually wondering how can he actually move as fast as he can with that sort of, like, diet? And I realized, oh, right, two reasons. The first one is that actually having no calories is not a good idea when you're trying to get buff. Act as a huge amount of fuel. The more you burn, the more buff you get. Ironically. So when you're trying to get swole, you're actually supposed to eat normal food. Like within some limitations, of course, but still. As well as some bodies, you know, are getting fitter, but not physically. Like, you feel healthier, you feel like you can actually run a marathon now, something like that. But still, like, another reason is that just like the Flash, he's burning way more calories than he has. In other words, he's getting rid of every single bit of like fat and stuff like that in his body. Every single bit of it is just poof, gone, you know? He's literally getting rid of it by pure energy. Or basically running fast enough to basically produce more, that he needs more energy to actually go. Also, like, we know, like, Sonic does have to basically, is still, you know, human, or a living creature, so he obviously needs things like food, water, air, stuff like that. So most likely, the idea of him just running on empty is a possible thing. He can get tired. So I presume that he does need food to keep all that energy up, to be able to move at the speed he can. If not, he's practically just a, like, what's the word? Fish out of water? No, he's practically just not gonna be able to do much. So, wait, where does this lead? Also, better stay away from that. Yeah, I don't want to face Fortress again. I did it twice. Once officially, second time not officially. It's sort of weird, honestly. Oh, not this time. Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh, right. Oops. Oh, right. This does not lead to the place I'm going. It's Subway. Whoa, what? Huh? Whoa. Honestly, like, okay, going back to the whole, like, D&D talk, again, like, I know it's a little bit of a left field to talk about that. Like, it's not completely out of the possibility, or, like, I'm not allowed to say that sort of stuff. But, like, I'm gonna say it regardless. Like, there are a few things that I do find really annoying. It's not like, it's like, for one, Barbarian is not Barbarian, Fighter. Fighter is so plain. In the past, like in the quantity of the demo, the Fighter was supposed to actually be able to actually use a bunch of techniques, which would have actually been pretty great, because, like, another thing about that, something that I don't like about the martials, is that they're so, well, incapable. It's a sad truth, but think about it. The fighters can't go against someone like a goddamn spellcaster. They are outshone by even their own subclass. Imagine that. A subclass is able to basically just sweep, just hell, like, that is both hilarious and sort of jarring, honestly. Just imagine a fighter, a barbarian, like all sorts of martial based characters ready to kick some ass, and then suddenly there's a rinky-dink spellcaster just casts one spell and boom, everything's just gone. No more fight, no more competition. They just sweeped. You just beaten everyone in a fight. Not of like Not of her power, but just because they're that capable of doing it. That's honestly, like, a really shocking turn of events when you really think about it. Like, no matter how much you train, no matter like how buff you are, like, you are still gonna you're still gonna lose. Not of like, oh, because they're that strong. It's because it's almost unfair. Like, I know there's probably a few homebrew that can actually fix it, or people just putting rules on spellcasters, but honestly, I honestly think I know the reason why. Ow! Alright. The reason why I think martials get a bad rep is because they're more based on realism. In other words, like, when you fight a fight, like, you can obviously see a fighter fighting because it's so easy. Easy to see such a thing. You can naturally see a fighter ready to kick ass. But that's the thing. The fighter is like but that's like, it's a power fantasy. This is the whole thing about D&D. It's all fantasy. If you want your character to be able to kick ass, as in like literally doing some crazy stuff like suplexing a goddamn dragon, be my goddamn guest, because you can suplex the gods if you want, if you're strong enough. Because that's the whole thing about it. It's a power fantasy. Fantasy is the key word. You're basically playing make-believe. Which sure may sound nerdy, but you gotta admit that a lot of people have been playing it nowadays, despite a lot of controversy. Guess I can't go up here. Yeah, what do you mean by controversy? Best way I can describe it without actually saying it, it's the jocat incident. Which let me say, what's the jocat incident? Basically, if you haven't heard, in the D&D community, a very popular D&D based guy called Jocat was literally basically made a song a while back. When I mean a while back, I mean like a few years, which was essentially the idea of like, it was just a fun little song you made. It was called "I Like Girls." That's literally the title. I'm not joking. But the one thing I don't understand is the criticism behind it. Basically, this isn't even constructive. This is just purely destructive. Like, this is practically like hate mail and stuff like that. Like, Jocat literally quit it because like, it's understandable because, like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. This is literally the life I'm gonna go through. And he's literally been quiet for a long time. And the reason why he's been quiet and not saying anything is because he knows that if he says anything at all, it's just gonna add more fuel to the fire. If he says anything, if he actually tries to defend his case, they're just gonna actually turn that around against him and use it as a way to just cause more chaos and create more flames. I know, like, what I find baffling is is the dedication to such hatred that just came out of it. There was so many people basically, like, literally grabbing pitchforks and basically, like, scorning his name. Well, despite them, Jocat being very famous and recognized and being like really accepted by the community. You see that he basically created the community, and to think that now that community is literally, like saying such horrible things behind his back. It's awe-inspiring in the worst ways. It's like seeing the darkest part of humanity, honestly. And all that, it was just a simple little song. When people practically terrorized him, did illegal things, and they deemed themselves a hero? Yeah, that's sort of backwards, honestly. Wait, spider? Whoa! Oh, good lord. Spider is very appropriate. Oh. Ah! Stop moving. Yeah, the music doesn't help. The music does not help. Gotcha! Ow. I thought I dodged that. Okay. What the? Huh? Like, seriously? Whoa. Okay. May have dodged, may have avoided that one. Oh. Whoa. His armor's off. Alright. Like, it still is baffling to me that people are literally just did such horrible acts to this one guy who just made a song because because of his friends. He wasn't even peer pressured, they just loved what he did, and and sadly now he's gone. All because of I guess, a true saying. When people get mad, they begin to scream, but when people admire them, they just don't say much. It's a sad truth, honestly. Like, mind you, if I was in that situation, I just really wouldn't care. Yeah, or even just speak my mind out, saying, and like all the speaking of like why it's so wrong to actually do that. Like, you're not forced to watch it. The only thing you're just, if you don't like it, don't assume that everyone else hates it. It's your opinion, your decision. That means you should respect everyone else's decision too. If people love it, people love it, even if there's barely any signs. And all that, they did so much over one video. It's just shocking to actually see all of that. Like, it almost like puts a lot of things into perspective. Mind you, I'm not quitting. I'm gonna actually continue because that's what I want to do. That's what I love to do. I guess, like, this is probably a while back, mind you, but I'm gonna continue. Why? Because if someone's going to, might as well be me. I'm not doing for a sacrifice or because someone has to. No. That's not what I'm doing that for. I'm doing it because, well, because I just want to do it. it's, I guess, a passion. Okay. No, that it's my decision. People can say all sorts of things, but does it really matter? If it doesn't bring you what you want, like your love and stuff, like, okay, imagine you actually want to be a singer, but everyone else is telling you to be a carpenter because your family works in carpentry. Sure, you may not be the best singer. Sure, you may not be someone who could maybe get a lot of views, but who cares? Like, okay, you may need money, but still, if you want to sing, gosh dang it, sing already. And good lord, I'm flying. Okay. So basically, it's your passion, it's your choice. You are your own person, and sure, people may scorn on you. Some people may actually despise it and try to do a lot of things to, well, stop you. But it's your passion, thus it's your right to fight. It's what you want to do, so fight for it. Like honestly, for me, like I said, if I was in Jokat's shoes, I'd probably go down swinging. Because that's how much I care about the things I love. It's my and all that. I would probably go on about a speech about, like, why you shouldn't really care so deeply about what I'm trying to do. It's like, you're trying to actually butt into my personal life and basically say what I'm supposed to be. That's not what you're supposed to do. I understand you're trying to help, or what you think is right, but that's the thing. It's not what I want. And sure, I can hear it, but should I really listen to it? Not out of like, oh, I hate the idea or I hate you. No. It's out of just a feeling of like, I know I won't like it. It's not like the whole like, oh, every day I'm gonna actually do this because it's what everyone else does. It's because I'm a person who is focused with their ambitions and wants. If I want something, I want something. That's simple enough. Like, if I want to basically, like, you know, like have McDonald's for tea or something, like, or if I want to actually have fun with my friends, I want to do it. I'm not saying I'm pushy. I'm not saying that. But I'm actually saying that, yeah, I would defend what I would defend what I love. And like I said, does it really matter if you're like, does it really matter if you're basically saying like all these things, basically saying like, oh, this is wrong, this isn't right, or you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. Does it really matter if you just like what you're doing? Okay, there is a sort of a crud. Okay, there basically is a bit of a boundary between it, I'm not gonna lie. But that boundary does, like, you know, if you actually want to be a goddamn cannibal, yeah, I am not telling you to be that, honestly. I'm telling you that if you have a passion, like, say, like, oh, you want to write a story, but everyone thinks you're not good enough, or you think, like, oh, people will hate that idea, or they think you should be something else, who cares? It's what they think. It's what you want. And that matters, you know? And what I want is not the basic stuff down there. And sure, there's gonna be like times where you're gonna have to fight for it, but isn't that sort of life? It's a struggle, it's a fight, but still, once you get to the end, it feels satisfying. Not to say I have trouble with that, mind you, but I can't say for certain that that did come down to the case. And why do I keep slipping down there? If it came down to that, I would actually defend. I would fight. I would actually try to do what I would do. If everyone told me to be something else, I would try to defend my case. So if I was in jocat's shoes and made that song, I would probably defend myself. I know what I'm saying is probably gonna put a huge target on my back, but I don't care. I'm speaking my mind because that's what I think. That's what I feel. And isn't that what everyone else is doing? They think and they're in the right. They think they are the ones who are the right. But the question that's causing me the one thing that they didn't question is that what everyone else feels? And do I need to go this extra mile? In my opinion, if I was someone who hated jocat, fuck. If I was someone who hated, like, what jocat does, I would probably just leave it be. I'd probably just look at it, like, scornfully, as like, yeah, I don't like this, and just mind my own business. It's not, like, the responsible way, or the respectful way. It's literally, like, why would you cause such damage? Because, mind you, what they did is really big. They practically got rid of an icon who is famous for the entire D&D community. They are well known, and what they did was practically just... It practically caused a lot of situations to happen. A pretty big situation to happen. And let me say, what's that situation? Well, I guess the best way to describe it is literally just seeing, like I said, seeing an icon just lose. God damn it. But also, like, it's probably gonna cause a lot of hatred to build and boil. There's really no point to cause it. No reason to have that animosity just appear out of nowhere. Why actually, like, I understand some people maybe, like, do it because they need to let out some steam. To get mad and actually just then be calm later. But is that really gonna help? When you're literally pointing all that rage at someone and it's causing so much pain for others. It's practically worse than just bottling up. Because essentially just, like, I know, like speaking about this may be pointless, but I'm still gonna state my mind. And also state that I hate these birds. These fucking birds. God fucking damn it. What the lasers? Okay, whoa, okay, never mind. How was I supposed to know that spike was about to appear? Oh, alright. Oh. Alright. Whew. Yeah, I understand that sometimes people are gonna be mad for a reason. like, maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they actually done something they didn't want to do, or maybe they've actually like maybe they actually just like wrote a song, but they realized that the person they wrote it for or isn't a good person, and laughed at it. Yeah, I understand that. Sure, those times are gonna suck, and you need to let it loose. But is it really worth letting loose at expense of another? I really don't think so. I honestly don't think it's justifiable, honestly. For all that animosity, it builds animosity. The more you hate, and the more you give that hate to others, the more they hate in turn. And that hatred just up and builds. And builds and builds and builds and builds to the point where, well, it's just too much. There's too much hatred to the point where people just lose it. Like, imagine thousands of people just hating each other. Not just speaking passive aggressively, but just downright yelling and screaming all sorts of slander and stuff. And now remember that this can be anyone. This can be everyone, honestly. And all it takes is one bad day. Just to kick the ball and just let it roll. It's honestly terrifying, actually. If anything, I try to stay out of it because it's not really worth it at times. But when it is, I will defend it. I will fight for it. But still, every other time, I think it's better to just let sleeping dogs lie, essentially. You know, it's not a sad truth. Well, it is somewhat sad, but like I said, is it better to basically just scream your heads off in pure fury, burning everything down? That just doesn't mean the things you hate, but everything included. The things you love, the things you like, all of it just being razed to the ground in your own fiery hatred. I don't think it's worth it at that point, honestly. And there's another squid above me, god damn it. Like, sure, I can actually be mad. I'm not telling you to not be. Like, I'm not telling you to not be mad. Because that is justifiable. But I am telling you to have that... If you're gonna be mad, make that rage with purpose. True, genuine purpose. Like, if you're angry at jocat, just leave him alone. That's it. He has one less subscriber, one less view. That's it. Nothing much. Like not much else. It's not really worth it to basically be so mad. If you're basically gonna be attacked by someone, or gonna die from some maniac, sure, you can be mad then. You can be as mad as you want. Because it's justifiable. Ugh. Not this again. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Whew. Yeah, I would have been mad if I actually didn't, do this. Like, I know this video is a really sappy one. And I'm not really one for it, but honestly, I'm gonna have to brace for it at some point. like to basically give out this message. So, yeah. Like, if you don't like what I'm saying, I don't really care. Like, because it's not like out of like, oh, I just don't give a shit. It's more like, it's your opinion. If you don't want to hear me rant on about something so sappy, you don't have to. And if you don't, and if you just want to actually, like, if you don't want to actually basically like, oh, jocat, what jocat did was wrong. He deserved every bit of what he got. Then it's your choice. I'm just hoping that you guys can understand the difference between blind rage and purposeful rage. Because there is a key difference, honestly. And sadly, that key difference makes everything. Ow. Ah, god damn it. So, yeah. I'm not telling you guys to basically not be mad, but to accept something that's, to actually be okay with just that being there. That's it. jocat was there, and he made his video, and that was it. He didn't mean to actually be antagonistic or mean. What he did was something he just tried to do. It was a video. It was just a short little animation just to have fun. And it wasn't even a mocking way. When you really get down to it. Like, sure, I may have not been a fan of the whole, like, I guess, cringiness of it. But I still wouldn't actually try to blow his brains out. Or basically send off hate mail. Because, one, that wouldn't be me. And two, that would just be purposeless. Or just make me the villain. I'd be someone even worse than what I proclaim jocat to be. So, yeah. Either way, I hope you learned something from this video, and hope you have a good day, like and subscribe, and hope you have a good day throughout your life. Well, you get my point. Sorry. Drako out.